In the quiet stillness of Gethsemane, beneath the moonlit trees, Jesus fell to the ground in anguish. His soul was overwhelmed, yet he surrendered fully to the Father's will. Suddenly, the silence was shattered. Judas approached with soldiers, and with a kiss, betrayed the Son of Man. Jesus was arrested and led away, dragged before the Sanhedrin. The religious leaders sought to accuse him. Lies filled the night air, but Jesus stood calm, the truth in human form. Outside, Peter lingered in fear. 3 times he was asked. 3 times he denied knowing Jesus. Then the rooster crowed, and Peter remembered, just as the Lord had said. Brought before Pilate, Jesus was silent. The Roman governor found no fault in him, but the crowd shouted louder, demanding crucifixion. The soldiers mocked him cruelly. They dressed him in a purple robe, placed a crown of thorns on his head, and beat him. The King of Heaven, humiliated by men, weakened and wounded, Jesus took up his cross. Through the narrow streets of Jerusalem he walked, bearing the burden of all humanity's sin. A man named Simon was forced to help. Shoulder to shoulder, he carried the cross beside the Savior, a glimpse of shared suffering. Along the path, women wept, but Jesus, ever compassionate, turned to them and said, "Weep not for me, but for yourselves and your children." At last, they reached Golgotha, the place of the skull, a barren hill where the greatest sacrifice would soon unfold. Then came the nails hammered through his hands and feet, the words of the prophets fulfilled in piercing agony. They lifted him high upon the cross between 2 criminals, the sinless one, numbered among the transgressors. One mocked him, the other cried out for mercy. And Jesus, even in pain, promised him paradise that very day. Looking down, he saw his mother. In a moment of tender love, he entrusted her to John's care, honoring family, even in death. Suddenly, darkness covered the land. From noon until 3, creation itself mourned its dying creator. Then with a final breath, Jesus cried out, "It is finished," and he gave up his spirit. At that moment, the veil in the temple was torn from top to bottom, the barrier between God and man forever removed. The earth shook, rocks split, and a Roman centurion, standing guard, whispered in awe, "Truly, this is the Son of God." Love the video? Hit that subscribe button so we can keep creating more amazing videos for our kids.